Good time of the day, my dear friends. I hope everyone had a productive fall season and enough time to recover after the Singles Day sale. It's been a while since the last cheap electronics video and I think you will appreciate a new one. In this video we will see 15 different electronic gadgets from AliExpress for $5 or less. If you sold all your bitcoins before you could reserve your ticket to space from Virgin Galactic from Mr. Branson, and if Elon Musk didn't pick you for the mission in February, do not worry, because you can still make friends with an astronaut. This adjustable LED light that plugs into your computer or power bank's USB port can make you feel afloat for a reasonable price of $3.99. Don't miss out! For those who are clumsy, which is probably most of us, there is a waterproof silicone keyboard. We have seen it before. Some people have reported that it doesn't work very well on soft surfaces, which is understandable, because it's a membrane-type keyboard, but I still think it's a good purchase for only $4. It is a flexible keyboard that does not get damaged by water. What more do you expect, right? Despite the fact that the show itself has turned to complete horse shit, Sheldon has a point that hot beverages are comforting. This USB-powered heater will keep your cocoa or tea at a warming temperature even if you forget about it while waiting for it to cool down before consuming it. If you know people who sweat so much that their earphones stop working, you can make their day by gifting them with these fancy things that are not only resistant to sweat but also come with a microphone and additional buttons to turn the volume up or down, and answer or drop calls without touching the phone. But wait, there is more! They also have magnets in the opposite to the speaker's side, so it's harder to lose or drop them when they are not in use. And since the colder times are ahead of us, but we still live in that awkward age where not all gloves can be used with touchscreen phones, here is a pair that does. All 5 fingers have special tips that can be recognized by smartphone screens, and so that you don't forget what they are, there is a reminder on the side. I also want to take another moment to appreciate the glory of the artistic photoshoot with the cherries and shells. This extremely cheap card reader is one of the all-time most purchased items among the people who read my blog. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, here is a link. There is a lot more stuff there than on the channel. This card reader supports the most popular card types and it comes with different color options. Did I mention that it costs less than $1? How they manufacture it, send it to your house for free, and still end up making profit is beyond me. An LED bear. Yes, an LED bear. I honestly don't know what to say. It is a plush toy. There are lights inside of it. I seriously have no idea how far it will go or where it will stop. China just keeps making stupid things and we keep buying them. A positive moment here is that I guess there is one thing that it won't do, and that is steal your food. Not only because it is a toy, but also because it is stuffed. The next thing is a Bluetooth mouse. Never thought that I would need a backup mouse, but sometimes the wires wear off and you are left alone during a heated LAN party. This particular one kind of looks like the mouse from that famous company named after a fruit that I'm not sure I can say out loud. But its minimalism really has something attractive about it. For the people who have an interest in microbiology, here's a small thing to help you better understand the world around you. This smartphone lens attachment can tickle your inner scientist with a 60 times magnification, and to make things more visible, there also is a built-in LED light that is powered by batteries that are included with the purchase. If you want to pimp out the sound on your phone a little, here's a small speaker to help you do that. It is pretty lightweight, and for what it's worth, it actually does sound better than the native speaker on my smartphone, but as any cheap speaker it sounds much better at about 80% of the maximum volume. As far as I understand, there are 2 small dynamics on the side and it works off 2 AAA batteries. There is a string coming off the back that makes it easier to open the back compartment where the batteries are stored, which is something that I have never seen before. Even though that tires that are partially deflated have more grip in off-road conditions, They provide less traction at higher speeds, make the tire wear faster, not to mention that they generally pose a safety hazard for a number of other factors. So a tire pressure gauge is a good thing to have. I have one of these and I find it fairly accurate. While BostonDynamics is making jumping robots, AliExpress is providing us with the gifts of Robotic Fish. Yes, you heard correctly, Robotic Fish. It has a moving tail and it runs off a small round battery. You can think of it as a sort of compromise between a real pet and a Tamagotchi, suitable for people who have long working hours. Did you ever want to know how many steps you are taking every day? With this pedometer, you don't have to wildly guess anymore. In addition to somewhat inappropriately sounding name, it also measures your heart rate and blood pressure and shows time. You can call it Xiaomi Mi Band for common folks, a thing that is too plain simple to spy on you. The next thing is a Lint Remover. It costs just around $2 and works 2 AA batteries. The lint is stored in this blue compartment which is removable for cleaning. There are 3 blades inside that trim the excess lint from the clothes, making them look more new and fresh. It does great job trimming the lint on synthetic shirts and not very good job with arm hair. Of all the cheap things that I bought online, this is definitely one of the ones that I've been using the most. And the last item is an intro-level virtual reality headset. My bet is that VR will become a lot more widely acceptable in the next 3 to 5 years. I don't think that it's just a fad, it's already steadily going through the stage of early adoption among gaming enthusiasts, and it will enter early majority when A-frame based web applications will gain more traction. If you think about it, it is the next logical step in terms of visual entertainment. Many brands are already adopting virtual and augmented reality in their marketing campaigns, and the game developers and movie companies adjust their promotional activities around it. A cardboard player is a very cheap entry-level VR player which will work with any smartphone with a display of a maximum 5.5 inches.